said, send me your hat, I'll wear them. Part 12, it's from Tim Pendergast, who's a family friend, son of Joe Pendergast, Joe and Carol Pendergast. We'll talk about Joe later. Favorite hat, Monty Python, The Holy Grail. This hat is from John and the boys at American Le Mans Radio. Anyway, Tim used to work for ALMS, and when he left, they gave him this little gift, and Tim thought it'd be a joke that I would wear it. Well, I am wearing it. So Tim, thanks so much, and thanks John and the boys there for giving it to you. All right, here we are. I've been doing the body work on the 917. I decided to go ahead and do the body work while I can make a mess on the chassis, because the chassis has to be media blasted. So it saved me a day of masking it off. So I went ahead and strengthened all the broken areas where the thing would come off. You remember I did the edges and all the strengthening around the door sills and the window. That's all done. Now it's all a skin coated Bondo, mainly to fill up all the pinholes from the porosity between the gel coat and the material. Back in the day, they didn't have vacuum and all the great kind of composite techniques that we use now. They just wet it up and rolled it out, therefore a lot of porosity. That's what the gel coat does. It holds all that down. Well, in this case, we're grinding a lot of it off because it repairs and whatnot, and to lighten it by taking all the paint off. But you got to get a little skin coat all the way around after you've repaired it, just to make sure that those little air pockets don't pop later and create a bubble while the thing sits in the sun. So it's just preventative maintenance for a nice paint job. Even though we'll show you in a later picture as to how we make the paint look and give it a little patina look, make it look old. But anyway, I'm going to mix here real quick. Put the sign up. We use Duratec, as you know. What it acts as is a new gel coat. So I use gray Duratec here, and here's a little trick. We can tint it. So I put in some black pigment and stir that up where these headlight buckets, most were black gel coat, but as you see on the car here, one of them's white because that's the fender that was replaced. They just did the whole thing white. Well, this is the black, so we're going to go back black because, of course, the car has black headlights, and what it'll do, it'll make the chipping and the scratching and whatnot a lot less. But we have to put Duratec or something. Now, I'm going to make a hot batch. This is the MEK or the catalyst. I'm going to put a lot in because you got to remember to catalyze it. Because after this, we're going to have lunch, and then I'm going to prepare the rest of the car for white Duratec. My photographer is leaving to see our daughter, and that's going to happen about 5 o'clock today. So needless to say, she needs to get, and I want to get this documented. So I'll get some air. I won't worry about a mask because this is just a small job, and I don't want to endanger my wife's life either. But I use my gel coat gun, which has got a bigger fluid tip and a bigger air nozzle. You can see I put a light coat down inside. It's a big nozzle, so you don't want to get too carried away. I'll just give it a little color coat. You don't really have to worry about fish eyes when you use polyester or a catalyzed paint like this. Then sand to the bare material on this one. Get to the white gel coat. You gotta really make sure you sand it good so it sticks. The body work's been done. Now on these headlights, the way they held in, or headlight buckets, the way they held in the lens was just by sheet metal screws in the fiberglass. So needless to say, after a few times, they all cracked up. So you really got to re-strengthen all those areas with multiple layers of cloth to make sure they're good and strong. So that's what we're going to be doing, just screwing them on with sheet metal screws again. I know I look pretty silly with this hat on, but it's actually protecting my hair from falling out from the chemical. But wait, if I spread it on my hair, all the gray would go away. Well, anyway. So now I'm just throwing a little more on. See, I got to get this covered. I didn't mix that much up, but it's a real hot batch. So I got to hurry. We want to be working on this area in an hour because I have to mask this off. It's a lot easier to mask off the headlight and paint this black, but it would be to match up the whole damn car from the white if I painted white first. So it's way easier to do it this way. You want to get 3 or 4 good coats on. That way you've got good coverage, and it will keep the sand scratches and all the material and impressions to a minimum when it gets good and hot, when it sits in the sun. So it makes a lot of sense to put a lot of this on. And you're seeing a lot of it off anyway, but at least you got to know you're going to have a good surface through time with this big layer that's basically acting like a gel cut. Okay, my gun is empty, and I'm done. So we'll give you another update as soon as we start spraying the white Duratec. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and now apply 3 layers of Duratec, white. Again, that acts as a gel coat, it's a good sanding base. But busting my butt sanding this thing in time to get the white on. You can see I've already covered up the black headlight cover, so here I go. That's it for that. 4. Part 12 for Tim. Thanks a lot. I'm wearing your dumb hat. Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Tim the Enchanter. What the hell's that mean? Anyway, part 2. What happened to the F? Honey, what happened to the P? Anyway, I'm done. And fumes haven't got to me either. Until next time, part 13, or maybe we'll skip to 14.